Elaine, may I come in?
How are you? I haven't seen you for a while.
No.
Chris Mallett and Elaine Harker are strangers who formed an unlikely relationship.
Things in the big ball.
So it was in 1958 that
She remembered me from until 2008.
They meet regularly in the Mary Potter Hospice, where Chris Mallett gathers material for a biography of Elaine Harker. But this isn't a traditional biography. Most people have never heard of Elaine Harker, and that's the point of it.
From now on, or from my funeral, backwards, the boys will know, who Mum was at one stage. And that's what I felt was the autobiography of. I've told everybody. They all know I'm doing it.
It's something of a cliche that everyone has a story to tell. But the dilemma for many is how or when to do it, and whether someone else is actually interested in what may be considered an ordinary life. Understandably, this urge to write something down grows as the end of life nears. It's a quandary Louise Finane has sought to solve, with help from a former businesswoman, Anthea Heal, and inspiration from Mary Potter, the nun whose company of sisters started the Calvary Hospital and Hospice in North Adelaide.
We feel that we really fit into the goal, what she wanted.
She went out.
That's right, to the community, and particularly to people who were very, very ill and dying. So her sisters were told to be for others, and I think we do that really well.
What they've done is create a free biography service for patients in the hospice. So for anyone who wants, a biographer will be provided to record and transcribe whatever the patient wishes to speak about.
But we don't have a list of questions that they answer, because then you're determining what they say.
And this is about them,
Yeah,
not the story.
Yeah, if they don't know where to start, because people can be at loose ends. They're not used to this. So we say, well, start where you started.
Since the service began in 2007, more than 150 people have told their stories. One man didn't even want it recorded, instead just asked for someone to listen to him.
The story is secondary in this program.
That's another important thing.
The story is secondary. It's what it does for them that is
inside them.
The important
That's
thing.
what we want.
So we're coming from it at a very
it's kind of a
different
spiritual
way.
thing,
Yes.
isn't it?
Most people go back to their early lives. Elaine has decided that she wants to talk to her, she wants to put down on paper her early life, so her family, who are all adults and have their own children, can know something about her life as her early life before she was their mother.
After each session, Chris Mallett transcribes the story for Elaine to check. The program is not designed to produce a definitive biography. It's for patients to tell the story they want using their own voice.
Whatever is on the page is always the patient's own words as they've spoken it. For example, if we had someone, a European person from Italy or a Greek person, and they speak with an accent, we try to demonstrate that on the page.
It's common that people find it easier to tell stories, even quite intimate ones, to strangers rather than to their own family. And it isn't always easy for those listening to stay detached.
Yeah, and don't give me any sympathy, because I'll cry.
No, tears are okay. Tears are okay. They're healing. Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind a big tear and a hug.
The biographers are given extensive training in their craft, but the instructors believe no matter how much is taught, being able to listen quietly is a gift.
Like everything, you've got
I have something to tell her.
I had a patient who did get distressed. He was a man in his 40s, and he, did get distressed. He had a young family, and, you just simply switch off. He started crying, and switch off the recorder very quietly, and just sat there and held and just put my hand on top of his hand.
Sweet.
I think it's wonderful simply because the boys are going to know that I did have a life before they were 4, because you don't get much of a memory until you're about 3.5 to 4.
Great.
When it's finished, Elaine Harker will receive 2 copies of the biography. But Chris Mallett believes it is often those doing the listening who receive the greater gift.
Such a positive experience for someone in the final phase of life that it's uplifting. I think most biographers would say they get more out of it than what they give.